Hi everybody, this is Alex from Reds Racing USA, and today we're going to introduce a new engine. This engine is designed for truggy, and this engine is going to be called, and is called, the 723 Truggy Edition engine, and you can only get this in the US. The part number for this is ENBU 0022, and it is based on our successful 721 Scuderia. And let's go ahead and start unboxing this right now. Same type of box that you see from just about every engine we have. Unless you get a combo, it's going to have the pipe in it. So before we pull this out of the plastic, let's look what we have inside the box. We have a quality control certificate from Mario Rossi himself. So when these come from Italy, they've been hand built by Mario. You have a sticker sheet. You have a couple pieces of information that are very important. I highly recommend you look at this page. It has all the information you need for replacement parts. So if you need to replace a piston and sleeve, you can look up the part number, like ER210090 is the piston and sleeve for this. And again, this is a specific use case for truggy, and it's built with a 0.23 capacity versus a 0.21 of other engines on the 8-scale market. So the next thing you want to look at is the care and operation. One thing to note is there is a good instruction on how to break in the engine here, and we highly recommend you read that. So let's go ahead and get to the engine. So we talked about this being based on the 721, and it's because it is basically the 721. It has the case, it has the DLC coated crank, DLC coated backplate, the aluminum carb, which is really great on long runs. So if you're in hot weather, the aluminum dissipates the heat and actually provides a more stable, consistent tune throughout the run. The case is new for 2019. It is a compression mold, so the materials are so well made. It makes it more efficient, which is why we're seeing a lot of the run times that we see with the 721, and we'll see with the 723. So the 723's got a different head. See if you can see that. It's laser imprinted versus the ink imprint that is on the 721, and it's actually nice. I like this. And again, this is pretty much the engine here, specific to truggy. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Like our page on Facebook. And of course, visit racereds.com for all your Reds needs. Thank you very much.
What up, Nitro Nation? Look at them buttes. What was that guy, the crocodile guy? That one guy that you would say, oh, look at, isn't she a beaut? And he'd be talking about some snake right in his face. That guy was crazy. Anyway, welcome all muggy maniacs. There's the muggy with the 427. Ready to rock and roll. We're about ready to do a first fire on that, but a couple other things going on here. First of all, we got more goodies. Pisco goodies and Nitro next level goodies. Okay, so on this video is mostly not only about unboxing, but what's going on. First of all, like I said, welcome all muggy maniacs, truggy maniacs. There's the truggies. My two favorite truggies. Techno NT 48.3. Baderasser. Every modification done to it that you can think of. Oh, and what's it got in there? Well, coming up on this video, you will be seeing this thing rocking the RCR modded 28.8 Rex Legend. And let me just say, if you don't own a modified 28.8 Rex Legend, preferably RCR, but a modified 28.8 Rex Legend, you can't call yourself a basher, legitimately, okay? Alright, so there's people out there that, you know, they claim they're Mr. Basher, but yet they don't own the baddest bashing engine ever created in 8-skill nitro. Not racing, bashing. So if you claim that you're Mr. Basher, okay, and I don't even claim to be that, but I own one. I'm not Mr. Basher by any means. But for people that claim that they're Mr. Basher RC, and you don't own one of these, you're not, you could kid yourself all you want. You can't call yourself a legitimate, full-fledged basher until you own the baddest bashing engine ever created in mankind. Not a stock 28.8 Rex Legend, modified 28.8 Rex Legend. Okay, then and only then you can call yourself Mr. Badass Basher, Mr. Whatever. But anyway, and you gotta have three engines. You gotta have. Okay, a Pico 28. Okay, a Novorossy 28.8. Both modded, and an LRP 32 modded. Okay, so those of you that are, like I said, out there that claim to be, you know, you're Mr. Basher, you're all about whatever, well, until you own those three engines, you can't really say you are, because those are the baddest bashing engines ever made in bashing. Pico 28, LRP .32, Novorossy 28.8 Rex Legend. All of them modified. Okay, if you have those three modded, well, then you can claim, you know, you're, you know, Mr. Basher, okay? But anyway, and like I said, I'm not claiming that I'm Mr. Basher, okay? I'm consider myself recreational. But anyway, welcome all monster truck maniacs too. Yeah, that's okay. But if you're going to have a monster truck, you might want to consider trying to look for one of these. It took me a long time, but I finally found one. And to me, and you know, the baddest monster truck ever made. I don't even know if you can call it a monster truck. It's supposed to be a hybrid. But anyway, the baddest monster truck ever made in monster trucks, okay, is the Losi Muggy. And those that own it, and those that are Losi guys, would probably agree with me. It's not the LST. It's not the Red Cat. It's not a Savage. The baddest monster truck ever made in monster trucks is this right here, okay? And we're going to get this thing ripping. This will be coming soon. Stay tuned. It's almost ready to go. But you will be seeing on this video this thing with a nasty 28.8 Rex Legend spanking some ass. You will also be seeing this thing, the SH X10. Short clips of it. You're going to see about 20 minutes worth of ripping, nitro ripping on the end of this video. But this I didn't get a lot because we sent it, got a little bit of air, and it did a little tumbly wumbly. And what happened is, I don't like, the thing I'm finding I don't like about these rear arms, because they don't have any hinge pins, is it's on a ball end here, or I think that's what you want to call it, pivot ball. That's what I was looking for, that word, pivot ball. So what happened is it popped out. Didn't break anything, but the thing that I did break is the little pivot ball for the sway bar. So I got to replace that. But other than that, this SH engine, you know, I got to say I was pretty impressed. For Chinaman Taiwan turd, this thing rips. And we're going to get it out and rip it some more, because I didn't get a chance to rip it too much. But before I had that issue. But other than that, I like this vehicle. It handles really well. The only thing I'm questioning now is its durability, because of the way these rear arms are designed. So who knows? We'll have to put it through some more tests. But as far as the engine did well. We ran the Power Racing 086 that's on here, which if you want an inexpensive pipe that's about as close as you're going to get to a Dynamite, there it is. It's like 30 something bucks all over eBay. That's a clone of a Dynamite 086. It's called Power Racing 086. So anyway, you're going to see that, but you're mostly going to see this thing just spanking some ass. We did a couple tumbly wumblies on this, and we ripped it. And this is the baddest engine I own, is the RCR modded 28.8 Rex Legends. So if you got any Novarosi 28.8 Rex Legends laying around, we got a gallon or less on them, or some people have new ones. I know there's people out there that have brand new ones, and you want to feel what the baddest engine in the planet ever made in 8-scale nitro, send it to RCR, Lance Heidman, he'll mod this thing, and it'll be the nastiest engine that you ever pulled the trigger on. So, and trust me, I've got tons of engines. So anyway, give me a second, move this out of the way, and let's unbox some goodies. Hold on. Oh, I almost forgot, real quick, before I get this out of the way. We did another upgrade that I've been wanting to do to the Mugen MBX7. As you know, this is a Mugen MBX7, but it has a lot of upgrades on it. As far as, it's almost basically an MBX8 now. I've put the front and rear MBX8 arms on it. These lower arms are the MBX8 arms. The rear has MBX8 arms on it. And I was able, with a little bit of customizing, I was able to put, which I wanted, the MBX8 radio box, battery box in here. So now the battery is completely enclosed. Because, here, let me show you, on the Mugens, the older Mugens, this is how the battery is. It's like this, which I really didn't like. I'd rather have it enclosed. I mean, this works and it's fine. This, this is obviously 14, 15 years old, MBX5 Pro Spec. This thing has a lot of upgrades too. It's got an MBX7 tray in it, MBX7 tank, Sorosiki shocks front and rear, so it's kind of a mutt. But anyway, it's updated. But so I just wanted to show you guys that. So this thing is, the only thing that's not pretty much MBX7, MBX8 is the chassis, and what else? And the gearing. But other than that, this thing's pretty much an MBX8 now. But anyway, let's get this thing out of the way, and let's unbox some goodies. Hold on a second. Alright, people. First off, we are going to unbox some upgrades that I got for the 5B Baja. Now, when I was running this, you guys watched the last video, one of the issues I had was on these Bajas, when they get hot, sometimes you get vapor lock. It's because these tanks, you want to put a breather on here. So we have one of those. I think it's in the box. But first things I'm going to change is I'm going to change the carburetor. I've got a modified 990, not the Reeser tail, this one with a bearing mod on it, because I'm not going to put too much into this bone stock 30.5. But as you guys seen, this thing's not, you know, I was pretty impressed for a bone stock 30.5. I mean, this thing actually moved, but these things aren't that, I mean, not as heavy as a 5B. So we're also going to put the DDM. I have this one that I first ran on the 5B. This is the DDM velocity stack. So we're going to run this puppy on here. So we're going to change that. We're going to run a modified 990 on here. This will be the first time running a 990. So I thought about putting another 1242 modified, but like I said, I'm not going to put a lot into this because there will be a new engine coming for this thing. Okay, there'll be a pipe sometime next week coming. Shout out to my nitro brother, 1/5 garage, Chris. His name's Chris Sampetro. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's hooking me up with a pipe for this, so I'm not going to tell you. We'll do the unboxing of that when it comes. And mostly, like I said, I'm going to start from the front end of this thing and work my way back. So the last probably upgrade I will do to this, the front end, will be the arms. But I've got a bunch of goodies we're going to unbox right now for the front end. I had, also the issue I had is because this thing doesn't have an outerwear underneath it, the case, engine case outerwear, I had a lot of grass just shoved up in there. So that was one of the other issues, that it was sounding like it was running lean. But most of it was because it doesn't have a breather on there. And it gets, these things will get vapor locked if you don't run a breather on there. So we're going to hook that up. And another thing happened is the coil wire. When I was taking the coil plug out, the wire, I don't know if you guys can see that, the booty thing pulled out of that. So we have a brand new brand new coil for this coming. So we're going to upgrade the coil to that. But anyway, let's get to the goodies. First thing I have here, now all these parts here that I got, these are all from RC Waffle. RC Waffle, some of you guys familiar, you've heard Woogie talk about RC Waffle. Oh, first of all, before I get into this, I just want to thank all the people that have you know, that gave me support during this, you know, the passing of my aunt, and also just recently a family pet we had to put to sleep, one of our cats. It was my younger daughter's cat, and that was another tough one, because of, you know, as you guys know that have pets, they're like family, you know, especially once you've had them for a long time, they're like family members. You know, some pets, you know, live better than people, because people, I mean, that's how people are these days. They love their pets. So we had to put had to put my youngest daughter cat to sleep, and it was really tough. And she's, you know, this is just recently, so she's still having a hard time with it. And you know, she's my daughter and I'm her father, so I mean, it's tough for me when you see your kids, you know, going through this stuff too. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a rough last month or so. But anyway, life goes on. On a more positive note, like I said, RC Waffle is really good because they take a lot of new kits and stuff and they just basically piece them out, and you can get a really good deal on them. Now I paid less than $300 for what I'm going to show you, and it's all Mad Max. Now first thing I'm upgrading, this is a Mad Max upgraded linkage. Okay, way better than the one that comes on these things stock. So we're going to replace the linkage. That's one thing. This is a Mad Max, and they put them in these Ziplocs like this, which I don't really care. So this is Mad Max. It's a Mad Max steering assembly. This is the steering assembly for the Baja, 5B Baja. It's all billet 7075 polished aluminum. It's got bearings and everything, so that's another upgrade. We also have this. I ended up, the ones that I put on here, what happened is these Rovin ones that I got, the hub extenders, the fronts were fine, but the rear, the pins didn't line up, so I had to customize them, modify them, and drill them out. They fit, but I went through all that hassle. So what Rovin ended up doing is they just ended up sending me a brand new pair for the rear. So these are just like extras. So I have those. That there. Then I got these. Now, stock, I believe, stock rear axles on the Bajas are 6mm. These are King Motors, hardened steel. These things are beefy. These are, I measured them, or they're 9mm. So we're throwing those on, taking the other ones off. That way when I drop the new engine, I'll have to worry about it. Another thing we got, this is a whole front knuckle steering deal. So we're replacing all of this plastic that you see right here. It's all going bye-bye. King Motors, billet aluminum, 7075. Okay, we're throwing that on. What else do we got in here? Also, we have the Mad Max, or did I say King Motors? These are Mad Max. All this stuff's Mad Max. Okay, except for these. Those are Rowan, but these are Mad Max beefy ass. I think they're stainless. Not sure. I think they're stainless. Steering rods. Okay, and then that's it. So that's it for. Oh, well, that's it for from RC Waffle. So now we have another box of goodies, and this is from DDM. Okay, so like I said, highly recommend putting the case outerwears, because you will get a lot of grass. That's the thing about 5th scale engines, they suck in grass like crazy. So this we're going to definitely throw on that engine. So there's the outerwear. Now here's what I'm talking about. You can get these through DDM. These are Snappy RC. It's called a Ultimate Fuel Kit. So this basically has the breather, has all this. So I'm going to put this breather on. That'll keep the engine from getting, from getting the vapor lock. They also include this. This is the tubing. Those are the colors that I chose. Clear red, clear blue, and a clear yellow. I also got one of these. I run this on my, these are Turtle Racing. I love these this handles. These are way better than the stock ones. I don't really care for the stock ones. I mean, you can do what you want. There's all different kinds, aluminum ones, whatever. These ones work, but I just don't like the way they feel. This is the same one that I have on my OBR 34 reed case engine. There's the old DDM mints. Got some DDM stickers. Tons of those. Also, I got another cap, because I ended up jacking the cap off of my 5B. But I got this one. This one is the DDM one with the, let me see what it looks like. Hold on a second. Let me set you guys down for a second. Okay, let me, I want to see what this looks like. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the DDM cap. Billet aluminum cap. These are really nice. So if you have the stock cap, just make sure that you take the inside rubber thing that comes in here. I think I have, where's my old one? This here, when you change them, this rubber deal comes out. Make sure you take that out and you put it in this. Don't just put it on like that, or your shit will leak everywhere. So anyway, there's that. And like I said, we have the 990 Rooster Tail modified carburetor. There she is. I might maybe do the diaphragm change and the bulb. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much for this 30 stock. I could actually send this in and have Dan at OBR bore this out and do some of the changes. But like I said, I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this engine. We're just going to do a few bolt-ons. Like I said, we're changing the carb, changing the pipe on this. We're putting a pipe on it, changing the pipe, changing the carb, air intake, velocity stack, new coil, and I might change the whole pull start assembly, but I might just leave it until this one takes a crap. put that new one on, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to put a 990 carb on this, the DDM velocity stack, pipe, and new coil, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you could do a lot of things to these 30.5s. I can put the modified bolt on, whatever, but I don't need to do all that because that engine ain't going to stay in there. That's going to be a backup engine, you know, and maybe we might send it in later and get it modified, but for now. Okay, let me move all the stuff out of the way. Hold on a second, people. Alright, so I got a lot of work ahead of me. That's just the beginning. Like I said, we're going to billet aluminum, the whole front end of this thing. We'll work our way to the back. I think I'm going to go with the bonehead carbon fiber chassis. I'm going to do the RC modified rear under chassis, the rear end of it. And then, I mean, this thing already has aluminum here, but we're going to change this all billet aluminum, billet aluminum. So pretty soon this thing will pretty much be all billet aluminum. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put a billet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the RC Max or if I'm going to do, you know, there's GT, G3, whatever it is. There's a few companies that do the case. These come with the aluminum diff and the gears, everything inside of it's aluminum and steel inside of the diff case. So we just need to put aluminum diff case on that. We're going to go ahead and probably go with the Trail Racing clutch assembly on it and all that. And then the last part of this thing will be, not sure yet what engine, but it will more than likely be another OBR engine. I'm going to stick with OBR. I mean, I could go other engines and bigger engines, but I don't really see myself right now, maybe later, throwing a $2,000 engine in this thing. Not right away, you know. I want to have fun with it the way it is. Trust me, a 34, just the OBR 34 Signature Series that I have in my 5B, if I put it in this thing, it would be nasty. Yeah, sure, a 40 would be even crazier, but, you know, I could almost get 2 more OBR engines for the price it would cost for an RC Max engine. And yeah, I know, big bore, big bore, big bore, big bore, but, you know, I'm going to move on after I do this, and maybe I might get into drag racing. I don't know. I don't see myself, but, you know, you can never say never. So anyway, let's get to the next unboxing. Now, this is something that another check off on my bucket list, okay? It's a nitro engine. Some of you already know what it is, some of you don't, but obviously the beginning of this video probably gave it away what it is. So shout out to Mr. Chili, Willie, Little Chili. He's the only guy that I found on YouTube. There's other guys that have this engine, but he's the only one that I found, and you can go look it up, that actually run this engine. So without further ado, let's get to this engine. You guys ready? You ready? Oh, snaps. What? Another Reds? What is that? 6, 7 Reds I have now? And there's like 1 or 2 more Reds that I'm going to acquire, and I think I'm pretty good on Reds. So first off, we have, this is the Reds 723 Scooteroo. Now these were about $500 when they came out brand new. I found a guy. Shout out to Jacob. He's one of my newer subscribers. He hit me up on my Messenger and or Facebook, and he was the one that hooked me up with the guy that was selling this. Now, when I found out the information that I found out about this, because I did some research on this engine, and I have been before I even got it. We also got a pipe. This is the 2112. Now this pipe has a lot of bottom, mid, and a little bit of top. I don't know. That's just what the specs say. But let's check this pipe out. I like my pipes almost as much as I like my engines. Look at that thing. Beautiful. This is the EFRA 2112. So we're going to fire this pipe up, see what it's all about. But let's take a look at this badass next level engine. Now the 723s are discontinued. Most of you know that already. Now I contacted Reds USA, and what they told me, and also I contacted Frederica Rossi, which is Mario Rossi's daughter, and asked him, why was this discontinued? They said it was only a limited edition. Now, you thought that the green-headed SV was a rare engine? Okay, they made, and you can, don't take my word, go do your own research. I'm just telling you what Red's told me. The green SV Scooteroo, okay, they made 200 of them worldwide. Only 50 of them came to the United States. Pretty rare, right? Well, check this out. These 723s, Scooteroos, okay, which is their truggy engine, they only made 50 of these total in the whole world. Only 50 of these were made, and all 50 came to the U.S. because of the popular demand or the, I don't know. But anyway, they didn't go anywhere else. So there's only 50 of these engines out there. They're discontinued. You can't find them anywhere. And like I said, there's guys that have them. Okay? But Little Chili's the only guy that I've seen run it on video. And if you look up on YouTube 723 Red's engine, you're only going to find his video of it actually running. Okay, of this engine. So, like I said, shout out to Little Chili for actually ripping it and running it. Because, you know, some people just show and tell and got all these engines. And, yeah, I got this. But they don't run anything except for their gums. But anyway, so let's take a closer look at this. Let me see if I can get it out of there. This thing has, from what the guy told me, it's got about a quart through it. Now, I'm going to pause this video in a second. I'm going to tear this thing apart, open it up, and we're going to go through and look at this engine. Because you know how it is. I want to take a closer look. But it's mint condition. Okay, like I said, he said it's got about 2 quarts through it. We'll see. Diamond back plate. There you go. Mario Rossi. DLC coated crank. Now I know it says ceramics, but I mean, one thing, my gripe about all these Reds engines, even the high-end ones, the SVs, the Scooteroos, I don't know why they're putting Japanese front bearings and Swiss ceramics in the rear. I've got a brand new Swiss ceramic coming for this that I picked up. So like I said, you guys do what you want. I don't, on all my engines, but a couple, all have front and rear ceramic bearings. I do not run regular steel bearings in any of my engines, and I won't. Okay? I've had issues, and I know a lot of people have, with steel bearings. And there's some people never have issues with them, but I don't want to take a chance. Okay? Like Caesar Rossi, God rest his soul, the one that founded Novarossi, once said, you know, the most important part of a nitro engine is the bearings, which it makes sense because the crank spins on the bearing and everything's connected to the crank, right? So if your bearings ain't on point, no bueno. Okay, so there she is. Look at that. Mr. Design 723 Truggy engine. I also asked Mario's son, which is a faster engine, which is, he said, this is the most powerful engine that Red's ever made. Okay, he said the SV is pretty close. You know, it's not like this blows away the SV, but this is the most powerful Red's engine ever made. And you know what's going to happen to this. We're going to get this thing mounted. Preferably, I think I'm going to put it in the Techno. We're going to drop it in the Techno. And we're going to run a couple tanks on this thing. I'm not going to run a lot on it because you know what's going to happen. This thing ain't staying stock. So when I get it back from Lance, this thing modified, in my opinion, I will possess, once this thing's modded, the baddest, most powerful, nastiest, frickin' beast Red's engine you'll ever see on video. And you will see it here first on my channel. So there it is. 723 Scooteroo, people. The biggest engine Red's has ever made. It's a shame they discontinued it. Like I said, they're limited, man. They only made 50 of these on the whole planet. And I own one now. And like I said, there's guys that own them. I'm not the only one. But Mr. Chili is the only one that I've seen run it. So give me a second, and we're going to open this baby up. Hold on 1 minute. Alright, people. You ready? Here we go. Oh, before I forget, one thing that I wanted to mention, because I've had people ask me in the past, and I heard Woogie talk about it too. Now, you could do what you want, whatever works for you. Like I always say, if you want the baddest, from what I was recommended, and this is coming from Elite RC, was the shout out to him. He's the one that hooked me up with this clutch. Okay, it's available through RC Max. Go on their website. Obviously, it's coming from overseas. It's going to run you about $68, so it's not cheap. But it comes with the clutch shoes, the steel clutch shoes. It comes with the 9500 spring and all the hardware. It's called the UFC HD Steel Basher Clutch. So you get everything you need, clutch, spring, all that, for $68. So I just thought I would mention that because I've had people ask me too. So anyway, this is the red 723. Let's take a look at it. We'll start with the piston. So there you go. There's the piston. Like I said, he said it had like, he ran like less than 2 quarts through it. So looks pretty fresh to me. There's the red rod. It's pretty oiled too, so at least I know he took care of it. Let's push this up in here. That's tight. Oh yeah, there's a lot of pinch left in this baby. Well, obviously it's brand new still, so you never know. Some people might, oh, it's only got like a couple quarts through it, and it's got a couple gallons through it. I believe the guy. Shout out to the guy that sold it to me. His name is Jeff. I told him I'd give him a shout out. So anyway, there's the piston. There's the sleeve. Not much to, there's not much done to it. I mean, there's the exhaust port. Work our way around it. A lot of work for Lance to do on this baby. So there's that. Let's see the crank. DLC coated crank. It's got a crank fill ramping on it, but if you look inside of there, not much done in the timing window. So Lance is going to hook that baby up. Once he does work to it and the grinding and all whatever he's going to do to it, you'll be able to see it because it's DLC coated. It's got the counter slugs in it, 2 of them in there. And there you go. DLC coated crank. Here's the carburetor. Okay, they went from the side ones, or they went from this one to the side one back to these ones. I never had a problem with any Red's carburetors. They all, sometimes they can be a little touchy, but once you get them dialed in, they stay dialed in. Here's your black diamond DLC coated back plate. Here's your button head. Burn chamber still looks pretty fresh. And there is your cooling head, countersunk. Here's the block. Now, like I said, these have ceramics, Swiss ceramics in the rear, and they're Japanese steel in the front, but we're going to change that. I'm putting a Swiss ceramic in the front because that's how I roll, man. I roll ceramics front and rear on all my engines. Okay, so there you go. There is the red 723. Closer look at it. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Like I said, stay tuned. I've got some ripping nitro footage on the end of this. Since the last video I wasn't able, I apologize, but I wasn't able to get any nitro in that video. So then this video you'll get to see some nitro. But there you go. I can't wait to send this thing away. I've got a list of engines that I'm sending to Lance. Like 10 engines, I think. So a lot of modified engines we're going to be unboxing in the next few months. All right, people, that's all the Muggies got. Again, shout out to the guys that have been giving me moral support and during this tough time in my personal life. But we're good. Family is always first, man. God's first in my life, then family, then friends, then me. I'm last. We got another newbie welcoming into the Nitro. You might see him on the next video. So that's what it's all about, people. It's all about the newbies. It's not about us old farts, guys that have been around. The only way that Nitro is going to grow is that we don't just talk about helping newbies. We don't just text them. We don't just email them. We don't just Facebook them. We don't just Twitter them. I do all that too. we personally take them under our wing and help them out. I got a Nitro Miguel that you seen on one of my videos coming out in the next couple days, and I'm going to help him and teach him some stuff. So maybe I'll catch some of that on my next video. All right, people, that's all I got. Muggy's out. Peace. This is the first fire and run of the SH 2017 121 side port Taiwan turn, as I call it. Let's see what she's got. All right, people. Guilty till proven innocent, right? Okay. See what she's got. Running her kind of rich. Put a box tune on her. Clear it out. I like this SH car, man. It's not bad. It handles pretty good. We'll see how she jumps. Just pin it and send it. Well, we know the front end comes up. See how durable it is. Whoa! Well, more of my professional jumping. Oh, well, she isn't that durable. Look at that. Okay, well, well, it didn't break. It looks like, could you guys see that? It looks like it just popped out. So there's what I don't like about these, user's error, because if I practice more jumping and I know how to jump, that it wouldn't, that this wouldn't happen, but that's not very durable. You know, I kind of always thought of that too. Maybe if I put washers on one side or something, because that seems like an ongoing problem. Can you guys see that? See that? That you're going to have it, you know, I could fix it right now too, but I'm not going to mess with it. So, well, give me a second. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Well, we know not to pound on it and jump it too much, because that ain't going to work out. Give me 1 second, people. Alright, people, well, the SH is down. You know, I can fix it right now, but you know what? I don't want to waste all the time. It's getting hot out here. I got probably about another maybe hour to get the heck out of here, and it's going to be about 1:05 today. So, obviously, we ripped this thing for the first time. We had a small issue, nothing major. We didn't break anything. No, we didn't beat on it too much, but we ripped her. Definitely I need to change the filter, floater, whatever you call it. It's like a filter, but it's the basically like a clunk inside of here. The ones that come with it are real small. All highly recommended, and I already knew this, I just didn't do it yet. You put the bigger ones in, because when the fuel gets low, by having the small one in there, you're going to have the issues that I had where it wanted to hesitate and bog here and there. But other than that, she ran great. Love these tires. Extensions actually helped. But yeah, there's a ton of goodies coming for this thing. So stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to start at the front. Got a lot of billet. All these are going to be billet. I got those coming. The front hub carriers, brand new titanium. I think I'm gonna order some titanium hinge pins, but I got titanium turnbuckles coming for the front. We got 2 pipes coming. We're gonna change the carburetors. I have a brand new carburetor coming for this. You'll see it when I get it. We're gonna change the velocity stack on this. We're not gonna keep the stock one, and you know, a couple other things here and there, and we're gonna slowly work our way through it. But anyway, so much. That SH engine is not bad. The plug that came with it, I couldn't get it to idle right and couldn't get a decent tune on it all. Changed the plug out. I actually tried one of these. I have tons of Reds plugs, but I tried one of these Samurai Gold something plug. Hold on, see if I have that. Since it's an Asian engine, I figured, what the hell. They're Samurai P3 Turbo Ultra Hot. It's like a gold plug. But anyway, I put that in there. Man, money. So anyway, unfortunately, front end, it didn't break, but all that popped out. I got to take the shock off, take it all apart. I'm not going to play with it. Let's move on to the next one. It's time to fire up king of all my nitros. This is the baddest combination in a truggy that, bashing wise, that you're ever going to probably see on video. Techno NT 48.3, MTC, all the goodies and upgrades that's available for this. Okay, this thing has got everything. And we have my favorite and baddest, and I've got 4 of them, as you guys know, different modders. This is the baddest .288 on the planet. It's the only .288, but it's Italian. Novarossi Rex Legend, RCR modded. Shout out to Lance Hydeman. I've got to talk to him. I know he's been a little bit under the weather, but anyway, whole boatload of engines are getting modded for him. We're going to probably unbox about 10 to 12 nitro engines all at once. But anyway, this thing is a bad mammer jammer. It's got I'm running I think I'm running a 15. I thought I was running a 14. 15 Reds clutch bell with the Reds 4-shoe Tetra clutch in it. I love these clutches. I've got a few of them. 2148. 2148? I keep I'm gonna mix it up now with that Reds. I think the Reds is 2143. Yeah, 2148 Triton pipe, badass pipe. Other than a 9986 Super Strong with a 41032, this is the baddest combo out there. Okay, for modified engines, for big modified engines, this is what you want. So anyway, let's fire this up and let's give this baby a rip. Let's get it warmed up and get a tune dialed in on it. See if she fires right up. Nothing smells, sounds, or feels like a modified 288 Rex Legend. If you don't own a modified 28 Rex Legend, 288, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. This is the baddest bashing modified beast that you could ever run. Nasty to the core. There's something about the way it sounds, man. It doesn't sound like, and I've got RB modded 288. I've got TNS modded 288 Rex Legend. I've got modded 32s, modded Picos. This thing is just nasty. Nasty, evil, dangerous, baddest engine you can ever own. Baddest Nastiest engine you can ever own. This thing is just evil, man. You don't realize how bad these 28/8s are modified until you own one, particularly this one, compared to any .21. I don't care if you got Adam Drake Reds, Adam Drake OS, which would probably be, or a OS Maximum, even if you had it modified, or an SV Reds modified, this 28/8 would smash it and walk away from anything. Put the body on it. Sorry about that, people. A little glitch in the matrix. All right. All right, let's go send it. Well, I got 3 whips to clean now. Look at that. Perfect, man. That's what I love about this thing. Even somebody that sucks at controlling it in the air, I can just send this thing and it goes perfect. Most of the time, anyway. Whoa! Oh, come on! Whoa, we landed on our feet. That was a rough one. Technos are durable though, man. Barely caught that one, man. We had ass end up. This thing is just a beast with this engine in it. So the only thing about these Technos, and I know Woogie has had an issue with it, I've had a couple, the clunker gets stuck in these things. When you jump them and you slam them, the clunker gets stuck. Oh, there goes the ice cream truck. And these modified 28/8s, man, they eat a lot of fuel. Everything's intact. Body's a little crooked. Check the fuel. Sorry about that, people. Another glitch in the matrix. This camera's... It's time to replace my camera. She is a bona fide beast. If you want the baddest 28/8 modified on the planet Earth, highly recommend RCR modded 28/8 Rex. Nastiest engine I own. Pizza cutters all the way. Alright, I think she's pretty low on fuel, so. Truggy setup ever. Muggy's out.